welcome to another episode of Speaking into the Abyss with Jess and Des. Jess, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well. It is pretty late, later than we typically have been recording, but we are getting back into the swings. You're going through a transition in times that you're working.
Yes, I'm going to go back to night shift tomorrow.
But you are still starting earlier.
Yeah.
Which
I'll be
is
going in at 4.
an adjustment because then you're going to have to adjust. Or is that permanent?
No. Just, yeah. Or,
so,
I don't know. But no, I think it's just a temporary thing. Just to have better handoffs.
You're going to have to adjust and then adjust
again.
How's it going for you now? Like right now?
Like, in what sense? Just
I guess getting ready for the adjustment, or do you think it's just gonna be easy? You think it's gonna be you're gonna be a little tired, or you gonna have more energy? What do you think?
I feel like I'm definitely gonna be tired because now I'm kind of used to sleeping around 12 to 4 in the morning. So now I'm probably gonna get really tired around midnight. But who knows? Maybe because I've been doing it for so long, it'll feel good to just go back to that,
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
You have, you said you kind of, started accumulating a group of friends or people that you talk to in this other shift.
Very small, yes.
You think you're going to miss them a lot?
Yes,
wow.
Definitely.
Did you miss the other people on the other shift?
Yeah,
while you were gone?
Of course. And you know what? I was gonna say, I feel like maybe slightly I could say that I felt a little bit sadder switching back, probably just because I know I'm gonna not go back to day shift,
ever, it's not your shift, so I get what you're saying.
I'm I guess not ever, but ideally no, I'm always gonna stay with my group of people.
Sure, I understand that.
Yeah.
So what'd you do today?
I worked today, and I did this nice lady. She walked in yesterday, and she's like, "Hey, I used to come here. I broke up with my hairdresser. I'm looking for a new stylist." She's like, "Maybe that could be you." And I was like, maybe.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Yeah, let me book with you." And I think she came in Friday. And I was like, well, I got Sunday available. And she's like, "Oh, that's perfect." So she came in. She's the only client. So she has long hair. So we did an all over color and a trim. So it took most of the day, but it was still nice, chill day. No one really after her. So I was just vibed out.
That's nice.
Yeah. And then after that, I went to the movies. 2 of my friends.
Wait. So at the end of you doing her hair, did she decide if you're her new hairstylist or not?
I mean, she didn't say anything. I think her agreeing to make an appointment with me that second was her confirming type deal.
That's cool.
Oh, dang it. They're not in here.
What?
I was saying, I got my business cards.
Oh, yeah.
I want to show you them.
Why didn't you send a photo?
Because I want to show you in person.
I know. Okay. That's true. Okay.
But yeah, at the end of the appointment, actually, she was like, "Oh, hey, if I refer my sister to you, can you do she has long, thick hair." Oh. No, she's like, "Can you do a layered haircut?" I was like, "Yeah." And then she's like, "And she used to come here. Do you guys still have her format?" And I was like, "Well, if we had yours, we were probably gonna have hers in there too." And she was like, "Oh, okay, good." And then she's like, "I'll let her know. I don't know if she'll come. She's so picky, but..." And I was like, "Yeah, no worries, whatever." I gave her one of my cards.
I've been there. They probably have mine then.
Yeah, probably.
Or how
I could
far
look
back
you
does
up.
it go? Yeah, look me up. See if I am.
Let's see. Wait, where's my phone? Oh, yeah. But then after that, one of my friends that I hang out with all the time, and one of my other friends that I barely see, he was like, "Oh, are you down to go to the movies with me and this friend?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, I love hanging out with that friend." So, and I was like, "And I miss you, so sure." And we ended up going to see The Fall Guy. I really liked it.
Yeah. That's where the stuntman ends up being in an actual action sequence of events type movie. Yeah. Looked good. That's good.
Yeah. Ryan Gosling's.
Yeah, that's good.
I love that
I cannot
man.
think of his name.
I love that man.
Ryan Gosling?
Mm-hmm. Ken.
It's him, that's right.
Yeah. I was just thinking during that whole movie. Oh, sorry.
No,
what were you gonna say?
No.
Just like, I was like, yeah. I was like, you're such a good guy. I was like, Eva deserves every inch of you.
Jesus Christ.
Like
that's
his
so
whole,
funny.
he's just so sweet. He's so, I don't know. I love him. I just always hear good things about him. And I always think of that one video where he's accepting the award and he's thanking her for like,
and she's at home with their kids. Have you seen All About the Benjamins with Ice Cube and it has her in it? I think. Please look it up. Please look it up so I know for sure. She plays Mike Epps' girlfriend, if I'm not mistaken. Mike Epps gets a lottery ticket. And he goes to the store, and it's a very funny movie, but it's also kind of actiony. But Ice Cube's like a detective or something. Okay. Like a private, I think.
Oh, yeah, it says she's in there.
Yeah, and so she plays the girlfriend anyway of Mike Epps. He gets this lottery ticket, and he comes home, and they're watching TV, and then they're watching the lottery ticket thing. And it's his ticket, and he wins. And she's like, yes, and they're celebrating. And it's like,
oh, wait, maybe I have seen this movie.
And then he lost the lottery ticket in the back of a van when he got, like, secretly caught up in this, like, he's like, oh, shit, I shouldn't be here. And he took off, but he dropped the lottery ticket. And so he tries to go back and find it, but he ends up stumbling upon something he shouldn't have seen. And so does Ice Cube because he's, like, looking at the stuff. And so they, like, kind of team up just because they know he's saying the same things.
Okay.
Good movie. One of my favorites.
I don't know. I thought I saw it, but now I don't know. I was just thinking about another one where a guy wins the lottery in his neighborhood and has a girl, but then it's weird. I don't think it's the same movie now.
Not to like go off on another tangent, but just because we're talking about lotteries and stuff. I'm replaying Fallout New Vegas because I was watching the show and it was good. In one of the towns you visit, it's pretty deserted for the most part. Yeah. There's like a tire fire and stuff. There's a tire fire and stuff. And then you like are walking towards the edge of town and there's this guy running. Yeah. And he's like, and you can stop him to talk to him. And he's like, hey, I'm getting out of here. I won the lottery. Okay. My partner, the first time he played it, he kills the guy so he can get his lottery ticket so he get the money or whatever. Yeah. Because he's like, oh, stop a lottery ticket. Well, if you let him go, like let him run away, and then you go into the building that you're next to, there's a man sitting there and he has like, he can't use his legs. Oh my gosh. Because they got broken. And you talk to him and he basically tells you that the lottery that this guy's talking about was that this group of people came to this town and gave everybody tickets, and basically like they pulled their ticket, and like the first people to get pulled died like by beheading, and then they went down the line until like he was third, so he got his legs broken beyond repair.
Oh no! So like the winners
and the winner gets to run away and live with no repercussions. Okay. So he's like, I won the lottery, and I just think it's so funny that my partner like killed him and he didn't get away. Yeah. I was like, dang, that's poor crazy guy. But yeah, I just thought about that.
What was I Googling?
The Fall Guys, and then were you looking up something for the salon? It was like right after that.
I don't know. I just totally forgot about it.
Did you say what you were going to Google?
I think so. Or did I not?
I don't remember you saying I'm going to Google something. But after we were talking about the salon, I said, oh, I used to go there. Do you think they have my thing? You said, yeah, I could probably end up looking up. I said, yeah, you could look me up. And then you picked up your phone. So
that's okay. That's what I was going to look. I couldn't remember.
I was like, huh?
We went off on too many tangents. I lost my train of thought.
Yeah. It'd be like that, though.
What did you do today?
My house got painted, so I went to go look at it to make sure, they got all the colors I wanted where I wanted them, I guess.
You're like, that wall is wrong. Do it again.
Fucked up. No, but it looks so good.
Nice.
I did go kind of later, so I am excited to see it when they are like finished with the coats.
Yeah.
And the sun's hitting it. It's gonna be like so much nicer. The carpet's clean there. Like they got a carpet cleaner, and I'm just like so excited to like finally be moved in. I don't know. I just can't wait, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like kind of like I do like going over there and seeing it all, but it's also like, oh, I don't want to see it until I'm ready to move in because I just want to move everything in already and like be living in it. So that's kind of what I did. What else? And then I just went grocery shopping for the week for lunch and stuff. And I came home, cooked dinner, and watched the last episode of the season of Not Dead Yet.
Okay.
Which I know you haven't seen it, so I won't spoil anything. It's a good episode.
Okay. I was gonna ask you, I'll pause it really quick, but do you know what number you would have used when you went last time? Do you think it might be your mom's?
Yeah, you can pause it.
Here, okay. Okay, yeah. Well,
I wanted to ask you, so for transparency, I mean, we can get this out if you want, I don't know, but we are recording 2 episodes tonight. Your cat is playing with a toy. Milo, we're trying to record an episode, pal. But we're recording 2 episodes tonight because you are going to be busy this next weekend.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us what you're going to be doing?
Yes, I'll be at a festival.
Woo, woo. What is it called? What is it called?
The Unts Festival.
That's right. And who are you really excited to go see?
Oh my god, so many. But no, I'm really excited because I haven't seen Easy Baked in a while, and they're doing a sunrise set as the Bakers, which is like they released a little preview, and it's so cute. I was like, I love their little mix they released. I don't know how long ago it was now, maybe like a month ago or 2 months ago, but it was really good. And I was like, oh yeah, hearing that like on a nice sound system at a festival, I'm like, yeah. That's cool. On the first night, so
that's cool.
Yeah.
And so who are you going with?
My partner.
Nice, just you two?
Yes, yeah.
Nice, very cool. Are you guys camping there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah, we do. We used to do, so before it used to be at Mariposa Fairgrounds. It's like 4 hours away from us. And it was a really small fairground. So like you would park and then you would camp and then like there was really no need. The way they had it set up at first, like the car camping is like way away from the festival. So we're like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
And they ended up switching it finally and like made regular camping a little more far away and car camping in the general vicinity of everything. And like one year, the guy that was like guiding us to like park accidentally sent us to the car parking lane. So we got to go in for free. And ever since then, I've always gotten car camping.
Nice.
Paying now, of course. But
yeah.
Yeah, it's just nice to like have your car there and lock your stuff up and then just camp right there. Will you let him out, Des?
Yeah.
He's trying so hard.
Mommy, you're trying to sabotage our episode. Who sent him? Just kidding.
But yeah, so we're gonna do car camping and yeah.
Nice. That sounds really cool.
Yeah, I need to check the weather to see how hot it's gonna be. It's usually
make sure to wear sunscreen regardless, I guess.
Yeah, I always forget, but
I know. I need to buy more of the Goop one. Have you had that brand before?
No, I haven't.
It's nice. It's for your face. I use it on my face because it doesn't feel super heavy. It doesn't feel greasy, and that's like I hate that feeling. So I like that one on my face. But I need to buy more. It's kind of expensive, but I feel like if I'm gonna be wearing sunscreen, I gotta at least.
Yeah, well, I got a really good sunscreen stick. That's Shiseido brand, I think. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's like I went on like a sunscreen deep dive and was looking for like good face ones where they check it with like the actual camera and stuff.
See if it
and that one works great. The only thing is I noticed that like I'll start breaking out a lot more after I start using it all the time, and I'm like, what?
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if it's not clogging and you're not allowed to, like, it doesn't allow you to sweat or like get the perspiration out, maybe that's what it is.
I don't know. I definitely sweat with it on though.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. And it's not too greasy either.
I get really bad sunspots, or what? I don't know. It's not sunspots because that's where it's really dark, right? But like I get bumps.
Yeah. Look,
if I don't,
I don't know if you could see them. Like
No, I don't have my glasses on either.
I used to have them really bad when I was super young and would be in the sun all the time, but I get like a bunch of red dots across my forehead.
Like colored dots, like red dots.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, see, mine's like not that. It's so weird. I don't know how to explain it, but like if I leave, like if I'm out in the sun, even if I'm not outside, but the sun is directly hitting me through a window or something for a long period of time, I get like almost blisters, but they're not like big blisters. They're just tiny little dots of blisters. I really don't know why.
It's weird.
But yes, I don't know. I need to wear more sunscreen now, but like, I mean, in general. But I also want to go see a dermatologist. Have you been to a dermatologist? Me either.
No, you just want to go for funsies?
Well, they say you should go at least once a year. Did I tell you that story about the guy who found a mole on his butthole? And it turned out to be cancerous.
No.
And if he would have never went to a dermatologist,
you should check your moles,
they would have never known.
Yeah.
It's because it's like not just like checking your moles, it's checking for like if they grow, if they change color, size. This is for our listeners.
Yeah.
So check your moles. Check your moles. And any that just pop up randomly, like any random growing moles, it's like that's not necessarily normal. So
yeah, they teach us what to look for in cosmetology.
Oh yeah, because you're going to be looking at people's necks and stuff.
Yeah, and heads and stuff.
And they like don't usually see that.
Yes.
Wow. What do you do? How do you approach somebody when you say
we're not allowed to diagnose?
Right, but what do you say?
We just say, "Oh, we recommend you go see a physician," or
because this looks. How do you say I recommend? What if I'm like, wait, what do you mean you recommend?
I would get this checked out.
What?
Well, you tell them like I don't. Depending on what they
pretend I'm the person. You see
this
something on my neck.
Huge hole in your neck.
Oh no, my God, I've been wondering about that. Just kidding.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No, if like let's say you have a mole and I do your hair and like then I notice like the next time you come it looks more brown or looks
because you're supposed to be going to your hairstylist every 6 months or whatever it is.
Yeah, like not even necessarily there. Or if I see it and it looks bad right away, I could be like, "Oh, have you checked that out?" Or like, "Oh, I'd recommend."
What is that? Just kidding. What is?
Yeah, but just like, "Oh, hey, I noticed that the last time you came, this has grown or this whatever." Yeah. But yeah, you just kind of like recommend like, "Oh yeah, I would get that checked out just to be safe."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why I just want to go to the dermatologist. Just one quick to be safe. But also I was listening to Dax Shepard, Armchair Expert, and when his co-host, whatever her name is, oh, that sounds so rude. If I could, Monica, her name is Monica. She went to a dermatologist.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the dermatologist does more than just dermatology or not, but like this under your chin area right here, you know, they get injections to dissolve it or whatever. She went to go see about that, and they told her that they may not be able to, like, when they inject it, that sometimes you get these like little bumps of fat that just stay, and you can see them or whatever, they can feel them or their pockets or something. I'm not too sure. I couldn't really, I guess, understand that, but like she said that she kind of like backed out after that. Like she was like, oh, maybe not then. But she got all these, while she was there though, the dermatologist was giving her like advice on her skin and was telling her this regimen she should do. So she said she thinks it's going to work out for her, but that's not even why she went. And I was like, I just kind of want to go for that. And if that other thing comes up, then that's cool too. Like, because I do need to work on my skin super, super bad. But I feel like I need a little bit of help of a professional, because I just feel like basic skincare products, I have too much complex skin. I feel like I have like different areas and they're oily or they're dry, or sometimes it depends on like, I guess, the season or whatever. And it's just like, I guess I need a professional to tell me what my skin really needs, what I'm lacking, you know, test my skin flakes or something. I don't know what they do. But
so you do like a full daily, like?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Tell me what I need, because I've grown up, and I understand, like, as a young person or whatever, it's like there's a cat eating and it's just so crunchy sounding. It's so funny. I understand as a kid you have like hemorrhoidal acne or whatever, and that's kind of something that's like, for a lot of people, it's just inevitable and you can't really do anything about it. But like, I've always kind of struggled with it on and off as a kid, but I just have certain areas, not even just like on my face, like on my back or like my legs, where I sometimes just get random spots of like really dry skin or like bumpy skin that's not necessarily dry, but it's like not flaking. And it's like hard to explain exactly. And I'm not a doctor, so I'm like, I want to go to a dermatologist, just have them look at me, tell me what's up.
Okay, well then you need to find a doctor because like you have to get, you know, a referral.
Well,
to go see a dermatologist.
Well, I could probably get a referral on the app, I think. I think they can do it through the app.
Okay. Nice.
So I'm hoping I can do it that way, just because I honestly don't want to go through the hassle of finding another doctor after that other doctor. Not because it's like I feel any type of way. I just, it's so much work. I also need to make a dentist appointment. I still haven't done that, and it's just so much. It's so much.
Yeah.
To fit in a day.
Well, you don't have to do it all in a day.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Even just like one thing a week feels like a lot for me right now.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like that'd be doing too much for me.
I would say I do a lot too. I understand.
Yeah, but I can't do that. Like what you do sometimes, I can't do that. That feels like, if for me, would be wearing myself thin. Whereas for you, it's just manageable.
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I would just rather not. And I think because then I'm more tired. Oh, so basically on last Monday. Was it last Monday? Yeah, this last Monday.
Okay.
Yeah. My elderly dog got injured. She had to go to the emergency vet. It was very scary and traumatic, and I was very shaken up. Yeah. Even though, and everything was fine. Yes. She is fine now, and she's doing great. She literally doesn't even she never seemed worried about it to begin with. But basically, her nail ended up coming off, and so she was bleeding a lot. I didn't realize she was sitting. When I picked her up and carried her down.
It looked like she's bleeding out.
No. I grabbed her and I picked her up and I went downstairs. And when I went to put her down, this is in the new home, so I put her down on the tile and I see blood. And I was like, oh my God, she's bleeding. And I pick her and I look at my shirt. My shirt has this huge spotch of blood on it. And so I'm freaking out because I'm like, this looks like a lot of blood. I'm like so scared. Yeah. She's so tiny. Also, if nobody knows what she looks like, she's like the tiniest little dog.
You're like, it's all of her blood.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, she's gonna need 50 transfusions. Like, this is crazy. So anyway, me and my partner take her to the closest vet to us that comes up as when we Google emergency vet.
Yeah.
He has our other two dogs in the car, so I say, I'll just be right back, because I'm already holding her. I'm fucking freaking out. This dog doesn't even seem to care, and I'm like shaking. I'm like crying. And I go into the emergency vet, and they're like, they're like, first off, it's like,
please fill out the paperwork.
Yeah, well, no, there's this older lady. She's on the phone. She's like the receptionist, and she's looking at the computer. And the way I come in, I'm basically towards her back. So I think she hears me, but she doesn't even look to see me. Yeah, doesn't see that I'm covered in my dog's blood and I'm holding my dog's foot wrapped in a paper towel. But she's like on the phone filling her prescription, and I'm like about to scream because I just feel so panicked, and I'm just like, holy shit, someone give me attention. So then this lady comes out of the room, and we catch eyes, and I was like, hey, do you guys do emergency visits? Yeah. And she's like, she comes right over to me. She tells me how much it's going to cost. I say, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
She's like, let me see. She like looks at it and she's like, oh, how old is she? What's her name? Da, da, da. She takes her, she takes me into her room. She takes her back.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever heard her, Jess. I feel like probably at this point you have, but she goes, she makes these like noises when she's like trying to bite her, like act crazy.
I knew exactly what you were talking about.
So she goes back there. And I hear the lady go, this is Chicka. And then like 2 seconds later, I hear like a bunch of that. And I was like, oh, poor Chicka, dude. And then, so this guy comes, he's the one who brings me the paperwork to fill out. I fill it out. Okay. I'm waiting. I'm like still fucking shaking. I text my parents because obviously it's my family's dog that I take care of. I just want them to know what's going on. So I'm texting them and keeping my partner updated, and then like it feels like it's taking forever. Also, this is all before work because it's on a Monday, and this is all before work. I was so shaken up, and they come back eventually with Chicka. Well, first off, the guy comes back with her nail and asks me if I want it. I said no.
He's like, you want to frame this?
I said no, but Honestly, I don't know if it was just how sensitive I was in the moment. It felt like he was offended I didn't take the nail. And so I was like, okay, well, now I feel like a shitty person. I don't know. She comes out and they put a little bandana on her and a little bow, and her foot was wrapped up in the cutest little like piggy wrap. It was so cute.
Yeah.
And so, like, at the end of the day, it was all as well, but I was so shooken up. I was so upset. I go to work, whatever. I end up kind of being able to leave early, but, like, not really as early as I wanted, obviously, to be there with her. But,
yeah.
I didn't end up being able to go home early and be with her, just check her out. I just was worried she was going to be, like, irritated by her foot, try to chew off her bandage or something.
Yeah.
But she didn't seem to really care. I think she cared about the size of it because it was like bigger than her body. And so she was like dragging it around sometimes and like whipping it around. It was just very funny. She was like laying on top of it like it's a pillow. It was just so funny. And then I just felt so tired after that.
Yeah, definitely.
I was exhausted, dude. Now because we're also giving her medication. She hates both of them, and she has to take two. And I'm like, so they like fight her, but she's getting them down. It was very tiring. So until yesterday, Jess. And honestly, I apologize because I don't even know if you sensed it, but I felt like in my messages with you, I was so tired. I was like so short, or I felt like I was just like agitated or something. So up until like yesterday, I really didn't recover from feeling so fucking exhausted.
No, yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I just want everything to just be done. Like, I'm so tired of everything. Yeah. Here I am. I feel a little bit better.
Okay, I'm glad.
Recovering.
Good. No, yeah, I definitely did. Now I was doing our coworkers' hair at their house, and then I was like, I think Des is mad or annoyed. I was like something, and he was like, oh no,
that's embarrassing. But yeah,
no, not embarrassing. I was like, I don't know what I did. I'm sorry.
No. Because everything just felt, obviously tiring. Everything is just every little thing.
I totally understand.
Yeah.
You're telling me. I've like, my lack of sleep and like my consistent like going, like I'm always good, but like one little inconvenience could set me off and I'm going to cry. My day's going to be ruined.
Yeah.
I'm like, my pen ran out of ink and bam, it's over. It's over.
Yeah. I know. I was just at work like crying all that day and stuff. So it was just yeah, but here we are. So
good.
And what else I was thinking of is that like when I was younger and like emo and stuff, whatever, if that's a phase. But like when I was younger, there was always like Tumblr posts where it was like,
when your dog's nail falls off.
Yeah, you'll never recover. No, but it was like, people say like exercise or like the sun or like going outside is gonna make things better. It won't. Like, this is who I am. Like, or whatever. And it would be like these really sad. Like, I'll never be any different. Like, this is how I am. And like, you're like, truly at the time, obviously, I was like, yeah, this makes sense. Like, it's not something you can change. Yeah, it's like just your mind. You're fucked up forever if you're like this. Yeah. And then you grow up and you start realizing that it's like, no, that's kind of true. Like, just going outside more, like getting that sun and like changing your outlook on everything really is the key to living a better life and the life you want or whatever. So, yeah. And I feel like that's what like the point of that book that I was reading a while ago, like It's on Me by Sarah Kubrick. That's really what it's about. And I've been sharing a lot of her quotes from the book and stuff on my Instagram story.
Nice.
And it's been getting a lot of hits from people that view my story. So I'm like, well, at least it's helping somebody,
Nice.
But yeah. Didn't you see a different movie the other day?
Yeah, so I actually went to the movies 3 times this week.
What'd you see?
Yesterday, we went to go see Star Wars, the first episode. Which was
like they played it in theaters?
Yeah, for May the 4th.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. It was cool. I'd never seen it before. I haven't seen any of the Star Wars movies before, so it was cool. It was interesting.
Do you plan on watching the rest now?
I don't know, because then like one of the maintenance guys from work on day shift was asking me like, oh, which one? I'm like, I'm not sure because I didn't know. But then when I was doing our friend's hair, he asked me and I looked it up and I was like, oh, it's the first one. And he's like, oh. And I was like, is that not good? And he's like, well, and he's telling me that like you can either watch them like in order or like originally they had released these ones first.
The prequels, this trilogy, and like, or whatever.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay.
Sequels and the prequels. I don't even know. I don't know too much about Star Wars and like the way that they fall. I definitely apparently have seen a lot more Star Wars than I thought I did.
Okay.
Because like I'll talk to my partner about it and I'm like, I don't think I've seen any of those movies. And then he'll tell me something and I'm like, no, I definitely seen that. Like, so I don't know if it's just, for me, Star Wars never really stuck. I think some of the characters are cool, but like, I don't know, like, can't remember too much of it, but you know what I do like is like fan edits on TikTok of Princess Leia and whoever Darth Vader is, Luke Skywalker, I think, or
I have no idea.
I don't know, but anyway, when they meet when they're young in the earlier movies.
Oh, okay, so that's the one I watched, I think.
Or is it Padme? I think it's Padme. Yeah. It's Padme. So the little girl Padme, and then Luke Skywalker, I think. And they're
Wait, so he's Darth Vader?
Yeah, spoiler alert. The movie's been out for thousands of years. Just kidding. But no, but he ends up because of everything that happens throughout the story with Padme, she almost dies. And there's fan edits of him being like, please, like, his eyes are fucking red. Like, it's so weird and he's scary looking. He's like, I would do anything for her. I love her so much. Like, and they tell him in the beginning and stuff, like, when you're so strong with the Force and stuff like that, like, losing something like that you love so much will turn you, and you have to be very careful not to do things like that. But he doesn't listen. He falls in love with her anyway, and like, don't, if I'm wrong, don't even tell me, because this is what I think is right, and it's much cuter in my head, because it's like, then she, whatever, he ends up doing horrible shit, like he kills, slaughters, and then she's like, I can't even look at you. Like, you're not the person that, like, I loved. What's wrong with you? And he's like, and then she has abandoned him. It's so sad, though. It's so sad. Because they used to sit in a field together.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you like, I like the love story
now
aspect.
I don't gotta watch the movies. You just
that's everything about it. There's so much that I don't know.
Yeah, but so I saw that yesterday. And then on Thursday, I went and saw Tarot.
Oh, yeah, I heard that. Like, I literally think I heard about it yesterday. So that's crazy.
Yeah, it just came out on Thursday.
What did you think about it? Because it looked pretty lame to me, but I don't know. Just from the outside.
It gave me horror comedy vibes. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. Definitely funny.
Yeah, okay.
Funny, not scary for me, but my friend was definitely scared at some parts.
Really? Like, do you think it's like a...
Like, they said jump scares for them. For me, there was none, personally. Gotcha. Really cool. I really liked the storyline. I thought it was a great story. Out of all of the characters, I'm trying to remember what it was. The Joker, I think, was my favorite.
Okay.
Really loved how they did him. But yeah.
That's a JoJo reference.
Oh, really?
Well, no, but I mean, it can be. It can be just because they do a whole season Joker. It was like with that, or episodes with that.
I think it was a Joker, some type of clown thing, but it was my favorite, and it was also our other friend's favorite that went with us. So, yeah, that was cool.
It's cool.
And like in the beginning, there's because the characters are supposed to be tarot people, so I don't know if there's a Joker in the tarot.
I think I know what you're talking about. I don't know if it's called the Joker. There's like the Pentacles. Are you talking about the major arcana? It's like the...
I have no idea. But in the beginning they have...
Jester? Oh.
Maybe. I don't know. In the beginning they have a... Fuck, dude.
I feel like I'm completely spacing on this too. And I have so many friends that are so into that. I feel like I should know. And I just like cannot remember.
Yeah.
And the JoJo thing, so I know my partner's gonna be making fun of me for not remembering.
Hold on, let me pull it up. Where they at? Okay. Oh, the High Priestess.
Okay, yeah.
She was like the first one they showed through the movie. Mm-hmm. And like I really like how they did her. Like I think I liked a lot of the actual like costumes and this and that. She had like these like, I don't think they were her nails, but they're like these like gold like kind of cone things over her. And I was like, ooh, if I was one of those, that would be me.
That's funny.
That would be me. But
so so then the thing we think is the Joker jester is the Fool then.
Then yes, I
That's
think so.
That's what it's called, the Fool.
Yeah. Yep, it is the Fool. Yeah. He's my favorite. I like his little attack scene, but
cool. Maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
you could definitely wait movie. When it comes out, but or go see it. It was still good.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. But yeah, those are cool. The 3 movies I saw this week.
That's pretty cool.
Also, I was gonna say stuff I didn't get to talk about last week.
Oh yeah.
I tried ginger ale for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was good.
9 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
I think it was a 10 out of 10.
Hell yeah, ginger ale's the shit.
Yeah,
especially when you're on a plane, low key. I love ginger ale.
Okay. I wonder if it has to do with the elevation.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Helps you relieve the bubbles.
Okay. Also, we are live on YouTube finally.
Oh, we're live on YouTube. Add us clapping. Can you add a clapping thing?
A clapping sound. I'll have to try to find. Or you know what? We're live on YouTube.
Yeah.
But, okay, cool. Yeah. It took so long to like verify my identity.
That's so weird.
I like try to use my number and it said there was too many of like things verified with my number and I'm like, I only have one number. What does that even mean?
I was like you're not allowed to verify over multiple things.
I guess they're like this person's scamming. And then remember I uploaded your ID and that also didn't work.
Why?
I don't know. So then I ended up, the last thing that finally worked was me sending a video of my face.
Wow.
Maybe they thought I stole your ID and like stole
her ID didn't work. She tried someone else's. I don't know. That's weird. But that's cool. I'm so glad to hear that because now we're more accessible.
Yeah. So okay. Also,
I wanted to. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Before you go any further, and I forget because I suck at remembering things. I wanted to tell my friend happy birthday if we could.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Happy birthday!
Yeah, it was technically yesterday, but as of this recording.
Yeah, okay.
But I seen her today and I gave her a gift and she loved it. I drew her also a picture with this Snoopy growing corn. I don't know why, but I just thought that'd be a good photo.
Okay.
So I drew Snoopy growing corn and Woodstock carrying a banner that said happy birthday.
Okay, nice. I love that.
Yeah, go ahead and continue.
And I was gonna say how long would this be now? Last week. So not last week, but the week before, me and my mom went to a secret movie. I don't know if you've heard of that. They have secret movies. I think it's done with, but like you'll go onto the Cinemark app and then you'll look at the movies playing and then there will be a secret movie and you don't know what it is.
Oh, it's just random.
It just has a rating and it has no runtime. It has like all the way through. Like you get there, it's a secret movie. You walk up to the door, it's a secret movie. You don't know what it is until it's playing after the previews.
What was it?
It was Boy Kills World.
Oh, I heard about that. What did you think about it?
I really liked it.
Oh, I want to watch it.
It's good. Yeah, I liked it. And then my mom really liked it, and she was saying how she thought the whole idea was cool, and she said that it was interesting because if she herself would have seen like the previews for that movie, she may have not watched it. She said she probably wouldn't.
I love that.
And then she's like, but the story was really good.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I on the topic of movies, I guess this is a pretty movie heavy episode, but I recently watched on Netflix called I Am Mother. Have you ever watched that?
No, I haven't.
So it's about robots and it's about humans, obvious. But in the movie, basically, it's been out for a while now. I watched it when it came out and I remember thinking it was really good, so I wanted to watch it, but I couldn't remember anything about it, right?
Yeah.
So, spoiler alert, if you do plan on watching this movie, otherwise you should still watch it even if I tell you, because it's probably a lot that I'm not going to say. But it's about this girl. So it shows us a little girl, like a robot, and then it grabs this embryo. Yeah. And it puts it in a thing, and then it grows an embryo in 24 hours, like a full baby, and then it's born, and then she's taking care of it, like her body turns into warmth or whatever. And then we see, like, a kid growing up in different phases. Yeah. And then we see, I guess, a 17-year-old girl. At this point, this is where the movie starts, and she's calling the robot Mother, and she's like, Mother, do I have to do this? Mother? And she's, like, having to do tests and stuff, apparently, every time on her birthday. She does a test. And when she's telling the mother, like, what if it's, like, okay on the surface? And she's like, no, since the eradication of humans, like, this was a fail-safe. So, like, when they were all dead, like, this goes into activation. This is all I've ever known was to create you guys. Well, and then, like, once the air safe, whatever, then, like, we can start repopulating or whatever. Yeah. She's like, well, we're going to have a big family. That's what she's been telling her since she's a little kid. We're going to have a big family. And she shows her all the embryos. Dude, they have, like, so many in the fucking building, right? Yeah. And low-key biblical feels in this movie, okay? Me and my partner were talking about it because he's like, wait, is this about, like, abortion? And I was like, oh my God, is this about abortion? Like, I was like, oh my God. And it makes you look at the movie with a whole different perspective. But basically, she's, like, wanting to explore outside. So she thinks, mother's sleeping. I'll, like, step outside real quick in a suit. And she hears banging on the outside door. And she's like, oh, shit. Like, what is that? So she, like, closes the door and, like, has the girl come in. And she's, like, wounded. And she's like, you have to be in that suit if you want to come in. I'll be right back. But she's, like, bleeding out. Yeah. She goes to, like, do her test or something because the mother's like, since you don't want to sleep, why don't you, because the alarms go off. And so she's like, why don't you go do your test right now? Yeah. And she's like, right now? And she's like, yeah, right now. And so she's, like, worried that the girl's going to get caught. And then she goes to do her test and Jen tries to sneak back. And when she, like, sneaks her into this, like, boiler room or whatever. And when some time passes, whatever, the mother ends up going into that boiler room to burn some of the stuff she found. And the woman sees the robot and is, like, about to beat it over the head with, like, a pipe or something. And the little girl sees her and she's like, no, what are you doing? And she's like, that's my mother. And she's like, you call that thing your mother? She's like, that thing is, like, one of the thing that shot me. And, like, she's basically trying to insinuate that this robot's evil or whatever. Yeah. And she's like, no, she's raised me my whole life. That's not what she does. Like, she's good. Yeah. And this woman's like, I don't know. And then mother, she ends up seeing them. Yeah. And she fucking, like, grabs the little girl. The woman grabs the little girl. Also, they don't have names. It's child, mother, and wounded woman or something. Okay. And so, like, wounded woman or whatever grabs the little girl and she, like, has a pipe up to her neck or something, like she's gonna choke her. Yeah. And so the little girl starts screaming and the mother fucking runs so fast. It's like this heavy thumping. And what I love about it so much is it is practical effects. They are in a suit, but it looks so robot. Yeah. It's so cool. Nice. Anyway, they go, it's creepy, whatever. She ends up taking the woman in and saying she's gonna heal her and giving her, like, antibiotics, but it's in a giant needle. And she's like, you're not coming near me with that. So she just leaves it on the table. Yeah. She says, do what you will. But the woman doesn't want it or whatever. And she keeps trying to tell this girl, like, she's evil. She's evil. She doesn't care about you. Like, she's evil. And she's like, no, she's my mother, whatever. And she starts, like, kind of weighing, like, is she evil? Like, I don't know. But there is people out there, because how did this woman survive? Like, yes. So she asked her mother about it, and she said, if I had told you the truth, would you have listened to me? Would you still have respected me? Would you still have loved me if you knew that my kind were the type to shoot her, whatever, even though that's not me? And so she's like, I guess that makes sense, like, whatever. I don't know. It's, like, a good movie. I recommend everyone watch it. The biblical aspects come in, like, the abortion thing comes in, because this is where the spoiler is at some point the little girl finds records and she checks it out, and it turns out she's not the first kid to be born. It turns out those girls that we were seeing in the beginning were different girls. And so she finds one of them, the second one. On the file, it says aborted. Oh. And the woman, it basically insinuates that the baby, like, was 7 or 11 years old or something. I can't really remember, before she threw it in a furnace and burned it alive. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And so, like, because it failed its tests, it, like, had low scores. Yeah. And so she's like, holy shit, if I don't live up to this, am I gonna die? And the woman's like, see, I told you she didn't care about you. Like, she's an evil robot. Yeah. Oh, Jess, it's so crazy just because, like, I feel so bad for the little girl because, like, both people, like, both the robot and the human, like, deceive her in some way. Had, like, only selfish intentions.
Yes.
And all she wants is to have a family, like, a big family. And that's why my partner is like, is this, like, Christian propaganda? Because all she wants is a huge family. She doesn't want the bad people, the robots, are aborting babies. Like, that's the thing. I mean, at 11 years old, you shouldn't be torching babies. But, I think that when it's just an embryo or whatever it is, it's not really the same thing. So I'm not too sure if that's really the vibe. But watch it for yourself and see what you get. But I was going to ask, after all of that.
Okay.
How do you feel about watching movies that have undertones of religious things? Because yes, it's one thing to use religious ideology or imagery in your movies, but it's a different thing to have that story or that be the main point of your movie. How do you feel about watching those movies? Because I'm sure you have watched a movie maybe and then not realize until you were watching it, like, oh, this kind of has like a God feel to it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like I'm not very drawn to those movies in general. I feel like I haven't really seen too many of them. I mean, I don't care if it's a good story, then sure.
Yeah, because I guess ultimately what this movie is trying to say is that the robot wanted to be God. It's trying to create humanity all over, because it turns out that she is in charge of every single robot, and she's a hive mind. Yeah. She goes up to the older woman, because she escapes, whatever, and she tells her that it seemed like there was a bigger purpose for her. Yeah. But now there wouldn't be. And then she, like, insinuated kills her. And that's also what makes you think she's the first child that it ever happened to. Okay. And that's why she survived. But I don't really know. Again, watch it for yourself. I think it's a good movie. I think it doesn't answer a lot of questions, but I think you can infer, insinuate, and that's what makes the movie even better. Yeah. But also, if you can do that, then the movie's probably going to be shit. So, I don't know. So, I don't know. I do appreciate a movie that, like, because I do not agree with a lot of religion. I think that if it brings you some type of guidance in your life and it makes you a better person to people around you, then good, that's good. But I also do find the art in it, like, really nice. I love biblical art, or like art that comes from people who were looking at the Bible or whatever. Like when you talk about the 16th Chapel, or you talk about like the window frames in the Catholic churches and stuff like that. I love that stuff. So I am kind of like obsessed with the idea. And because I don't believe in it, it's so easy for me to like watch movies or like stuff with that stuff in it and be like, yeah, because it's fiction. So it's like just another like type of movie to me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I feel like that's why I enjoy it, because it's kind of like a different genre. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, I like hidden things, I guess. Okay. But yeah.
Nice.
Is there anything else you had that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, one last thing that I remembered to write down, but I just wanted to talk about my new insoles I got.
Oh, which I touched.
Yeah, thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you for touching them. Because I forgot them in my locker, not because she wanted to touch them.
Oh yeah, I don't have a foot thing.
But yeah, I got some insoles from the Good Feet store. I got the maintainers. They were $522. And honestly, they're amazing. Yeah. I love them. I think it's my second week using them.
Nice.
This will be my third week. And I put them into my steel toes, put them into my regular shoes, and like my feet feel so good. Like,
it's good.
Yeah, I was like, okay, supported.
It's so funny that like it's doing its job, and it's like you're a little bit surprised by it. It's like it should work for that much money too. Well, because, it should be fucking great.
I've never been one to use like insoles, but I have tried them one time before, and they just
of the same type.
No, yeah,
just like a general one. Me personally, I've never really seen the ones with like that extra support thing that you have.
Well, so that one, the guy said it supports all four of your arches in your foot. So your foot's like perfectly flat, but it's evenly supported everywhere.
which is good. That's
and
so
I'm
good.
like, nice. Yeah.
So good. It's working as intended. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Feeling it. That's good.
Yeah, and it costs a lot, but it has lifetime warranty. So like he says the only time they'll start to hurt again is when you need to replace them.
And what is the comfort of your feet and back worth? You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
it's all connected.
Yeah, because then he said that helps people. He's like, the main reason people go in is because of their neck, hip, or back pain.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Because it's all connected to your feet and the way you stand.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I don't really have that pain in general. I'm like, so I was like, my feet just hurt because I'm on my feet like almost all day. And he said, oh, these should help anyways with that. And they do.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm like, yeah.
So I have a friend / coworker that like tells me that I should go to the chiropractor because sometimes I complain about my hip hurting or whatever, and she says that her chiropractor whatever yanks whatever the chiropractor does. She doesn't actually describe it to me, I don't think. But like, and it helps her with her hip because if not, then like basically they'll hold their feet up and it'll be separate or whatever. But I don't have that. My hip just fucking hurts. I think I have sciatica pain. I don't know if that has anything to do with this because when I do my feet up, they're even.
Yeah.
It looks even
I
to
was
me.
going to say one of my friends, and like related but unrelated, but one of my other friends also says that they go to the chiropractor because one of their legs is shorter, so they got to get snapped. And I was like, that's crazy.
That's crazy. But that's not because of their hip, they're like constantly, it's like up more or something. And I'm like, oh, that's really nuts. I do think I think my back problems is a mix of what I do and my posture. I don't think I have the best posture all the time, but I'm conscious of it nowadays, I feel like, so I have been having better posture. So it hasn't, like, I don't know. A lot of times, like, dude, so after all these events this last week or whatever, my back hurts so bad, my neck hurts so bad, my shoulders are so tense. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I'm gonna lay on the bed. I was like, partner, will you please, like, massage my back or whatever? Barely even touched my back. Everything was like popping. Everything was like it just everything was making me just like almost like scream out of like you know, it feels good, but it also kind of hurts a little bit. But it feels good even.
Maybe you should go to the chiropractor.
Dude, I need a fucking massage. I think I need like a good ass masseuse to really get up in my shit before I go see a chiropractor. Because I'd rather go do that a lot more than go to a chiropractor and have that be my thing that I do. No offense to people that go or anything like that. I'm a little wary of it. I've heard way too many fucking horror stories about it that I'm just so fucking terrified that someone will fucking make me paralyzed or something just fucking me up. I don't know. So I'd rather just get a massage first. I just have it, and that's the whole thing about having to go to the dentist and having to get this.
Okay, but massage is a good thing.
But I know, but all of those things are technically good things, and they're all things that need to be done.
Okay, but like a massage is a good thing. You feel good,
but it's hard to get the energy to be like, let me. Do you call? Or do you show up?
I just messaged my lady.
Yeah, you have a lady. Not all of us have ladies.
Okay,
Jess.
you could have her number. She's a wonderful person. I think I gave you her number. I'll send it to you again. You did not
give me her number.
Like a few years ago now.
Well, I'm not going to remember that.
Okay, well, because I've been going to her for a few years.
Okay, well, yeah, that'd be appreciated.
Send it I'll send it to you. Yeah, and she's just right here. Not too far. I mean, when you move, it'll be a little bit further, but she's great. She has magic hands.
I think I was telling someone, like, not too long ago that and I don't know why this is a fear of mine. I think it's because, like, I've never been to a massage place in my life. Mm-hmm. But, like, and, like, my mix of movie knowledge or whatever. But, like, how do you know? Because I heard that they're, like, you Google massage parlor or whatever, or, like, massage place. And, like, those secret ones where it's, like, not really a massage place or it's actually, like, sex stuff or whatever, like those come up, and I'm like, well, how do you know the difference? Like, is there like a signal? Do they like, is it like I go in and I'm like, hey, I've never had a massage before, and they're like, oh, you know, like, and you know what I mean? Like, what if they think? I don't know.
You're like, oh, you want a massage?
And I'm like, yeah, my back hurts, but and they're like, sure, we can give you that.
They like look on the secret menu. They're like, oh, my back hurts. Is this?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying, like, is a massage parlors like all know how to give a good massage regardless, and then that's secondary? There's like a secret menu, or is it like they are specific to that, and you could walk in and it's like, oh, they might mistake you for wanting to get jerked? I have no
idea. I usually only go to licensed professionals.
But I mean, massage places have licensed professionals, don't they?
I don't think
how would you? That's what I'm saying.
Because you asked you asked to see their licenses when you get there.
So let's say I go, right? Mm-hmm. To a place where I Googled and it says massage place. It's a massage place and it says it should be for massages. I go in there. They shouldn't have their shit hanging up. Don't they have their licenses like nail places and like I don't know what doctors?
How Nevada does it for their places, because I don't think I've seen them up where I've been to before.
So the people that you go to massage to, you haven't just known them before they were massages?
No.
And then they got massagey?
No. So the first place, where I found my massage therapist was at Healing One.
Okay, yeah.
And
they do a bunch of stuff.
The owner there only hires licensed professionals. So I met her there.
Right. But that's, the idea for any place.
Yeah, well,
you would hope. No, did you ask them when you went into Healing One? Can I see all of your massages?
I mean, I talked to the owner. He's my friend.
So you already
he's my friend now. He's my friend now. But of course, I didn't know him before.
Confused.
He's not the massager. He's the owner.
I know, but you trusted him because you talked to him.
Yes, after I got to know, after I went to go float for a few times. At first, it was only floating, and then they added the massage, and then they added, as they kept building on. So I asked, oh, how are you getting your professionals? And he's like, oh, we only hire licensed massage professionals. And
you just took him on his word.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. When you go to any massage place, you're taking them on their word that they are licensed.
If you ask, they have them there, because you have to have them wherever you're practicing.
I'm sure. But I'm just saying... You didn't do that. It's not necessarily the regular thing to do to ask. Yeah, and I was going to say, and then
a lot of my friends are licensed professionals because they went into the industry.
To do it, which is nice to know. It's good. Yeah. It's not about what you know; it's about who you know.
And specifically, go to massage therapy places, not massage I don't know what
massage parlor. Don't do that because that feels sexual.
Yeah,
parlor feels sexual. I don't know why.
And not saying you have to have a license to give a good massage, but I would
my
rather
partner
go.
Does.
He goes to places.
He has great massages without licenses.
Yeah, I just mean not to make anyone feel like because they're not licensed they can't
it's less.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I just like to go to someone who specifically went to school and knows what they're touching and knows what they're doing and what to work on.
And I feel like, again, like Jess said, I guess no offense, but I feel like that should be everybody's minimum. Thank you. You should definitely care about who's touching you and what they know. Because if they you can give a good massage and not be educated in that. But I do think it is way better to be educated if you're going to be touching people's bodies. Because you are doing something very connected or personal. So you don't want to just be willy-nilly digging into my fucking whatever muscle. And then turns out I can't use my arm now. Or something,
Yeah,
you know?
Literally, yeah.
So... Definitely. Gosh. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I was going to say that sounds good for our first half of our recording. We'll go ahead and end this episode here and continue this on next week's episode.
Yes.
Okay. Well.
Have a good night.
Bye, guys. Thanks for joining us in the abyss.